I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. An illegal migrant, along with 2 other people, has been charged with stealing more than $150,000 in SNAP benefits through a criminal enterprise. Ionat Bizga and Diona Maria Basalan, along with a third suspect, Juan Carlos Pagan Hernandez, are facing charges in Franklin County, Ohio. Investigators say that the trio was stealing from the program from July of 2024 to March of 2025, saying they used stolen SNAP benefits to buy large amounts of non-essential items like candy, soda, Red Bull, etc. at retail stores and then sell them for a profit. Bizga, the illegal migrant, was already known to police as he got a ticket in Columbus for crashing his minivan into a city fire hydrant. He and Basalan were indicted by a federal grand jury in May for engaging in the criminal enterprise that defrauded SNAP. Since the summer of 2023, there has been more than $17 million in stolen benefits in Ohio alone, leading investigators to believe that there is a larger nationwide fraud scheme. 59,000 illegal migrants are currently enrolled in Texas colleges and universities. And get this, they're receiving in-state tuition, which is costing taxpayers in Texas more than $150 million each year. The reason is because the state picks up the bill for the difference a school charges for in-state and out-of-state tuition. Plus, the illegals are also receiving financial aid. According to Middleton and Fair, in 2024, illegal migrants cost the Lone Star State $13.4 billion overall. This includes benefits like free health care and housing, which equals out to cost each taxpayer $4,466 a year. Attorney General Ken Paxton said that in 2021, Texas spent $855 million each year on services for illegal migrants, showing that the 3 years Joe Biden was president, that number ballooned to more than $13 billion. About 450,000 illegal migrants are enrolled in colleges and universities nationwide based on the 2022 American Community Survey, likely costing American taxpayers $1 to $2 billion each year. 3/4 come from 12 states, with the top 5 being California, 92,000, Texas, 66,000, Florida, 43,000, New York, 33,000, and in New Jersey, 21,000 illegal migrants are receiving in-state tuition. Elon Musk has confirmed that he is disappointed in congressional Republicans for not implementing DOGE cuts. Elon now says the most viable path out of the debt spiral is accelerating GDP growth, saying only radical improvements in productivity can save our country. Musk is referring to the 26 Senate Republicans who voted against a proposal by Senator Rand Paul to make DOGE cuts official. The senators include Senators Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina, John Barrasso, Wyoming, John Boozman from Arkansas, Shelley Moore Capito from West Virginia, Bill Cassidy, Louisiana, Susan Collins out of Maine, Kevin Kramer from North Dakota, Mike Crapo from Idaho, Deb Fischer out of Nebraska, Chuck Grassley from Iowa. And in the House, Representative Thomas Massey from Kentucky has shown opposition to bills that include DOGE cuts. Democrat Secretary of State Jenna Griswold's office was not going to tell county election clerks or the public that they leaked voting machine passwords leading up to the 2024 presidential election. The leaked password scandal happened between June and October of 2024, where a spreadsheet on the Colorado Secretary of State's website contained a hidden tab listing about 600 BIOS passwords for election equipment in 63 of 64 counties. 34 of those counties had active passwords. Audio recordings were recently discovered where Griswold's chief deputy told the clerks that they were not going to be informed because it would cause a media frenzy. Griswold only notified the clerks and only changed the passwords after the security breach was revealed to the media and the public by the Colorado Republican Party. At that time, the GOP demanded an investigation. The passwords were posted on the website for 3 months. Griswold previously said she hadn't decided whether the public was ever going to be told, saying, quote, "We were not going to tell counties because we could not tell counties without it becoming a media storm." Newly declassified intelligence records released by Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard have revealed that the Biden administration labeled Americans who opposed COVID-19 vaccinations and mask mandates as domestic violent extremists, or DVEs. The documents show that Biden's FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and National Counterterrorism Center co-authored a December 2021 intelligence report titled quote, DVEs, or domestic violent extremists, and foreign analogs may react violently to COVID-19 mitigation mandates. Specific beliefs flagged as extremist included people who thought COVID-19 vaccines were unsafe, especially for children. The domestic terrorist designation was used to silence anyone who was critical of mandates, accusing them of engaging in domestic terrorism. Former FBI agent Steve Friend noted this was a tactic to suppress conservative speech. The designation aligned with what Biden said in his 2021 speech, where he announced the mandates and accused the, quote, unvaccinated of being a burden, saying our patience is wearing thin and your refusal has cost all of us. In his 2022 Red speech, he said political opponents, including MAGA Republicans, were threats to democracy. Fuera, 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 capital. Thousands of people took to the streets of Madrid in an anti-immigration protest demanding that their government send migrants back to their own country. Protesters were waving Spanish flags, burning flares, and chanting while being escorted by police. Protesters saying they are gaining strength from President Donald Trump and the moves he is making in the United States as part of his mass deportation operation. The ReMigration push comes after Madrid experienced an influx of migrants, sparking major backlash. Listen to this. Between 2015 and 2021, which is 6 years, the foreign population in Spain grew by 1.5 million. 2022 saw a record-breaking 1.2 million migrants in that year alone. 2023 saw the second highest amount of migrants born to the country in a decade at 642,296. In 2024, partial data shows a 189% increase in migration from 2023. The massive influx of migrants into Spain has been causing tension in the country, with the people pointing to President Donald Trump's strength, demanding their government take action in the same way the U.S. president has and start mass deportations. Other countries are joining the conservative movement, demanding migrants are returned to their own country. In fact, we've seen massive protests in countries like Belgium, Italy, Germany, Sweden, Austria, the Netherlands, France, Ireland, and Portugal. In Dallas, Christina Aguayo.